Hi team, your own physio, Megan here. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about a technique that you can use that isn't exercise related, but will really help you to support your injury management and injury recovery. And this is to keep a diary. Now, I think this works really well with athletes because often they train with pain and we often have some sort of structure around our training plan. We'll have a good idea of, especially as runners, the pace that we're running at, a little bit about the route in terms of elevation, obviously the distance or the time that we're running. I think it makes it a really good resource for runners because we have quite a lot of other variables that we can monitor. So by keeping a diary, we're able to see if there's any correlation between our pain and discomfort and the time of the day, but also does it actually link with any changes in our changing program? Now, you don't have to keep a really, really detailed diary. You could do this if you want to. You could just put the time that you're getting it. You could you can number it from 0 to 10. And if you wanted to, you could put a brief description of the type of pain that you were getting. But this means that if you have this information, then you go and see a physio. It's much easier to sort of see and see if we can work out if there is any patterns there that are linked to your training load. Now, other things that you can monitor other than just training load and pain are things such as sleep. So if you could identify what time you went to bed and what time you woke up, and then maybe how your pain felt that day, as you would do normally. And then you can start to correlate. Well, if I get 6 hours sleep, my pain is much worse than if I get 10 hours sleep, for example. So this can be really helpful for tricky conditions like tendinopathies, especially things like the Achilles, which is really common in runners, because sometimes we don't always get pain during the run and we get pain afterwards. And when we've got our everyday lives and we're busy, we tend to maybe not always recognize what exactly has brought on that pain and discomfort. So I think it's really important to just consider that yes, we have our training program, and training error is very common in terms of how that relates to injury. But we also need to consider the other 23 hours in a day. So I always recommend keeping some sort of journal, some sort of diary to monitor symptoms if they start coming on, and then it makes it easier to, well, it can make it easier to then change things up as needed. And it might be that actually you don't need to change your running up. Maybe we need to change your nutrition up. Maybe we need to look at a little bit less, look at the stress in your life and get you support in another place. Because sometimes I think as a physio, we're a bit guilty of just throwing the exercises in there, saying this will fix your problem, when actually we need a much more holistic approach to that. So keeping a diary, guys, if you are struggling with any niggles, pains, injuries, can be a really good first protocol before you contact a physio. If you've got any questions, then feel free to just pop a comment below and I'll always answer them as best as I can. Other than that, guys, happy running.